second time ever on stage. So my very first time going to Ginnie Springs was an amazing, memorable experience for so many reasons. But it was a crazy, crazy weekend. And it started off being crazy right from the get-go. We are in the van. I'm riding with my friends John and Joe, my friend Brandy, and my little sister. And as we're pulling in the long driveway, if you haven't been to Ginnie Springs, you have to like drive down this road and then drive down another road. So we're like on this road, almost there, and John decides he doesn't feel like paying to get in. So he's gonna hide under the bed in the back of the van. So he manages to get himself all tucked in under the bed, and we pull up to the little check-in booth. They ask how many people you have in your party, and we tell them, they give us our ticket, and then you have to go in the lobby to check in. And any given day, typically, it's like 5, 10, 15 minutes tops to check in. I don't remember what the event was, but this weekend was packed. We waited like an hour to get checked in. Whole time, he's in the van underneath the bed. So we get checked in and finally get out there, and we're pulling away from the thing, and he feels it's safe to come out. He's like grumbling about how hot it is, and I'm like, dude, you're the one who decided you didn't want to pay, whatever. So we get to the campsite, get set up, and everything's fine, and start drinking because we're there to party. So some hours later, it's after dark, we're all trashed. We see like a vehicle come driving by, and it's like a golf cart, bobcat kind of thing, whatever, and they have a flashlight. John and Joe get it in their heads that it's like the park ranger person out checking our tags to see that we have the right number of people. So they fucking scatter like roaches. To this day, I have no idea where they went. They were just gone. Brandy, my friend Brandy starts freaking out too. So she decides she's gonna go dive into the tent. So my tent, the bottom of the door is unzipped, and then it's unzipped about this much. So there's like a slit about this. She like dives in like Superman. Lands like right here. It's muddy because it had been raining, so she's lying on the dirt, she's laughing, I'm laughing. So I go over to help her, and I bend over, and I'm like trying to lift her ass off the ground. It's like dead weight. She has no help whatsoever. So I'm bending and I'm like straining, and my ass explodes. It is the biggest, loudest fart. It's so embarrassing. So I like stop for a minute, and she's laughing, and I'm laughing, and I look over, and my friend Jeremy's sitting on the picnic table. His face, he's like so red, trying his best to not laugh. I mean, like his head's gonna explode, because at the time, I had the biggest hang-up about farting. Like, I'm not a person with hang-ups, but just saying the word fart in public was just not something I could do. So he is trying his best because he knows I'm mortified. So she's laughing and she's yelling at me, you dropped me in the mud, you dropped me in the mud. So I'm like, fine. So I bend over and I'm like straining, and again, dead weight. She is no help to me whatsoever. Trying to lift her off the ground. You'd think there would be no gas left in, because I mean, seriously, that last one, you'd be wrong. Bending over, I'm like straining to pull her off the ground. She's laughing. My ass explodes again. I'm just like standing here. I'm dying. I'm laughing. I'm crying. I'm hysterical. I'm so embarrassed. And of course, Jeremy, the cork pops. He absolutely cannot withstand it anymore. So he's laughing. I'm laughing. So I drop her again, and she's like, "You dropped me again." And I'm like, "Bitch, hold on."